Hello and welcome back to the reading vlog. It is Sunday. Yeah, I thought I'd start the vlog earlier. I have the house to myself. My partner took the dog with him visiting friends, so I can chill, to be honest. I don't have to leave the house anymore for today, which is great because we have 33 degrees out there and I don't want to leave the house, to be honest. But I did want to do the first check-in because I finished the book and I have to talk about it a little bit. This is part 9 of The Martian Thief by Edgar Rice Burroughs, Synthetic Men of Mars. This one goes back to someone we have already met. I have no idea which of the books it is, but our main character is Dai, and oh yeah, he is underway with John Carter to get the doctor we met in one of the other books who can take the brain of one person and put it in the body of the other person, and then the body with the brain can live again. That doctor, who was a really problematic person in his book, and because John Carter's wife is really sick because she had an accident with a flyer, and so her body was really broken, and none of the doctors they had in Helium could do anything about it, so he goes out of his way and tries to find this really bad doctor just because he's the only one who can save her. And so our main character goes with him as like his personal bodyguard, and yeah, the adventure goes from there. I had really high hopes that there wouldn't be a kidnapping of a woman. Obviously there's a kidnapping of a woman, because why would we need 9 books when they're not all the same? It's so dumb. You know, I don't think they're objectively bad books. I just think if you read them all one after the other, and I mean I have sometimes a few months between them, but they are all the same. The story is just really a variation of each other, and I don't think it's like makes for great reading. I mean, if you only pick up like one of these and don't care for like the which in the series this is, you won't have that problem. But if you read all of them, yeah, the stories are so similar. There's always a woman that gets kidnapped. They always run into traps. They don't see the traps. The guys are really dumb. They go for the obvious mistakes. It's just, I don't know, it's a little bit silly, to be honest. But I like the fighting scenes. I like the overall world, you know, Mars and his ideas, what kind of creatures live on Mars. You know, I like all of that stuff, which is why I gave it 3 stars. Again, because I just cannot give it less, even though I'm really annoyed at the books at this point because of like the formulaic type of story. There's still a lot I enjoy about the books, so yeah, it's a problem. But yeah, so I finished this one. I'm really happy about that. Tomorrow or later today, I don't know yet, to be honest, but yeah, at the latest tomorrow I will pick up part 10, which is the last one I own and the last one I will read of the series. There's only the 11th ones, and I just don't think it's necessary to buy that to finish the series because they are also samey. But yeah, so I will read number 10 tomorrow, hopefully completely. I mean, they're short, so that shouldn't be a problem, so that I can continue with my TBR. And yeah, I now have the afternoon to myself, so I will probably get myself some ice cream and do a little bit of gaming. And yeah, probably won't do much else because it is so warm. Maybe do a little bit of cleanup. I rearranged my computer setup this morning, which like probably a bad idea like 33-degree weather, but like it was long overdue to have like more of a corner to work in because my workstation is like in the living room, and it was like just like an open concept, and now I have a little bit of like some partition there. But yeah, I did this morning, and then yeah, I haven't done anything else like clean up wise for the house or the apartment, but you know, I am an adult, so I have to do the adult things. I still have to do some entries in my bullet journal for reviews from last month because I'm still not done with it, but at least I set up my new bullet journal setup, so I have that done. So I just have to put the reviews in. I'm just really behind because I have a lot on my plate at the moment. But yeah, that is the start of the vlog. I don't know if I will check it. Oh, another thing I have to talk about. I finished Chernobyl, the audiobook. I started this last week. It's just like a really comprehensive and detailed telling of what happened with Chernobyl. Incredible audiobook, 5 stars. Here is the cover and what the author is named, so you can look it up. If you want to know more about that situation, and I think you really should, because you can learn a lot through that audiobook, what went wrong. Incredible. I really loved it. And so yeah, I finished that yesterday. And then I started another Agatha Christie book, but yeah, I hate it, so I will not continue with that. So I will have to look for a new audiobook, but I will do that later. And then I will probably show you what I picked up as an audiobook. And then I will see you probably with the next reading update once I read a little bit more and I can tell you something about the next book. Happy Monday. It is still so warm here, and also it's like warm and raining, so it feels really tropical here, which is why I look like this, because my hair just cannot deal with that weather. So yeah, I'm looking a little bit rough. But I wanted to fill you in on my reading. I did find a new audiobook yesterday, which is a really fitting audiobook, because on my TBR for this month I have The Throne of Fire by Rick Riordan. And yeah, I listened to 27% of the book, which this doesn't really feel like 27%, but the audiobook says 27%, so I'm going by the audiobook. But yeah, I found that as an audiobook, and so I decided to take the chance and just listen to it so I can get my TBR, well, my physical TBR, sooner done. Because obviously I have some really big books still on there, and it's already like the 10th today, I think. So yeah, I will have to get my books done, so we're listening to this one. It is great fun. I still have the problem, and I always feel like I'm complaining about this, but why? Especially in books that are obviously for kids. I mean, yeah, probably kids need it more, but yeah, the whole stuff is like, oh, she's in love with this one, and she likes that one, and she likes her, and all of this like relationship drama. I don't enjoy it. I'm sorry. I know I'm complaining a lot about it because it is in so many books. I still need to find more books that don't have that as like a big point in the book, because I feel like it takes up so much time in stories where I'm like, I want adventure. I don't want the relationship drama. I just want adventure. Just go fight some monsters, you know? So yeah, I like it. The story is good so far, though I feel like there's some really obvious stuff in here for the story, so we'll see if it continues the way I think it will continue. But yeah, other than that, I really like it, just the same as the first one, and I'm happy to continue listening to it. It works really well as an audiobook. And yeah, I will now start reading this one, which is Lana of Gathol, and that is the last Edgar Rice Burroughs Martian series book I have to read, and you know what, I'm doing a little happy dance once I finish it in like 2 hours, 3 hours from now on. So yeah, it has 190 pages. Let's see how fast I can get this done, because I just want to have it over with, to be honest. I just don't want to DNF the last one if I already read the other 9 of the series. So yeah, I'm forcing myself to read this now and to finish it today, so that it is gone. So yeah, I will do that now. I will read that now, and then I will check back in with you and tell you how bad it was. So yeah, I will see you, well, for you in a second, for me in like a few hours. But I will see you. Okay, I have started. This is a really quick check-in, but sometimes older books are really like hard to read at times. Just the sentence, listen to it. I also saw that my companion was strangely handsome. I might say beautiful, but not for the effeminateness which the word connotes, and there was nothing effeminate about the way this man fought. What? Yes, you can say a man is beautiful. But why not? That is, you know, you really can see at what time these books were written. And sometimes it annoys me, even though I know that, it was a different time, and so that happens. But yeah, it's still so dumb that you couldn't say beautiful to a guy. Like, there's really no sense in that. So yeah, I just wanted to rant a little about that, and now I will continue reading. Hi, so we're doing this update from the floor. Well, as you can tell probably, I showered. I did quite a bit of cleaning, because why not clean on a really warm day, but it had to be done. And because I felt really icky afterwards, I showered. Now I feel better. Well, I have a hard day today, and I'm kind of, have to pat myself on the back. I did make a doctor's appointment for tomorrow to get myself sorted out, because this isn't fun anymore. I technically have to go out with him now, and I can't. So my partner's coming home to go out with him. But yeah, it sucks. It's really annoying. Yeah, so health-wise it has been a really annoying day. But I finished the book, which it's not important, but I calmed myself down a bit. But yeah, I finished the book. Lana of Gathol. Turns out Lana of Gathol is John Carter's granddaughter, who is also an adult. The first time she's ever mentioned. He has a lot of family. He never mentions his family, which, but yeah, she gets kidnapped. Who would have thought? I'm just glad that I'm done with it. 2 stars. Because it is such a disappointment that there aren't any new ideas. Yeah, it's really, creative. I really think his books are creative. Because he does, he thinks about a lot of, really interesting different people on Mars. And that stuff is really creative, in my opinion. The combat is fun. Everything else just sucks. It's just, yeah. I'm happy I'm done with the series. I don't have any more. I won't read part 11. It's just not worth it. So yeah, I finished it. Which means I finished 3 books in 3 days. Which, yeah, they're small books, but I finished 3 books in 3 days. I will give myself that. And I made my way through quite a bit of my TBR now. Well, I still have a lot of books on my TBR, but I have 3 down. The audiobook I think I will finish in 2, 3, 4 days. Depends on how much I will listen to today. Probably not that much, because I need a little bit of a break from that. And I do want to do some gaming, which I normally on weekdays don't get to do that much, but I'm in the mood for that, so I will try to do that. And I did all of my chores for today. Well, I only have to put my clothes away, but that is a small chore. So yeah, and with the audiobook together, I will pick up 2 new books, and I will tell you why in a minute. Okay, so I will pick up 2 books, which hopefully I will finish one of this week, and the other one I will probably take at least 2 weeks to read, but that is fine. So I will pick up The Hero of Ages next. But I know myself, and these books, as much as I love them, they're easier for me if I make them into smaller pieces and don't read 100 pages a day. Because for me, these work better in 30, 40 pages increments. So I read a lot less in a day, but I enjoy it a lot more. I have no idea why, but these really thick Sanderson books really lend themselves to that by me. So, to not read less than I normally would because of that fact, I will pick up a second book alongside that, which I will then also read on the days. A little bit less, but so I can finish both of them in a good time. So yeah, I will pick up Stephen Fry's The Hippopotamus. Have no idea what this book is about. I hope it's funny. It sounds like it's supposed to be funny, so yeah, that would be really, really great, to be honest. So let's hope for that. But yeah, The Hippopotamus. No idea why. But I mean, I like the cover kind of, so hopefully it's as good as the cover. But yeah, that means I will continue with these 2 books this week. And then obviously, what is the Throne of Fire, the Rick Riordan book I'm listening to. So these 3 books are what I will read for the rest of the week. We see how it goes. I have high hopes for this one. And for this one, I'm just really... I don't have really any hopes, to be honest. Let's just, like, hope that I like it, you know? That is the one hope that I have. So, yeah, that is what I will be reading. I have these 3, obviously, that I will try to read this week, and then I have 4 other books on my TBR, which one is a Stephen King book that is really long, so we'll see. But yeah, I'm slowly making my way through my TBR for this month, and ticking off a lot of reading goals, or like making progress on my reading goals, which that is obviously what I'm trying to do here. So, yeah, happy with the progress, feeling pretty shitty. But I'm gonna see doctor tomorrow and hopefully we'll find something out. Well, probably we're gonna have to do some tests, but you know, hopefully he can help me. That would be great. And yeah, I will see you tomorrow with an update. Okay, so I did want to do a check-in today, even though I'm really not feeling that great. I'm off work for the rest of the week. Yeah, it was the right time to go to the doctor, and hopefully I will do better towards the rest of the week, but yeah, we'll see. I still wanted to give you like a quick reading update. The Throne of Fire, I'm like 45% through now, so I have to put the bookmark further in where I am. But yeah, I am still enjoying it, kind of interested to see where it goes. But yeah, really like how it's going. And then I started my 2 new books. First of all, I started Hero of Ages. Read 35 pages. Yeah, I'm loving it. It begins really great, so I'm having high hopes for this one. Yeah, just reading about Vin and Eland again. It's, yeah, I am loving it. But yeah, obviously I'm not far in. And then we're coming to The Problem Child. And that is The Hippopotamus by Stephen Fry. I think the main character is supposed to be an alcoholic asshole. And I have to be honest, I struggle with antagonistic main characters. And this book is so over the top. Like, it's supposed to be really, really funny, but it starts like he's just an asshole with like dumb opinions, in my opinion. I mean, it's so weird. Like, you know, he's really like looking down on women, kind of, and yeah, he's really just like a macho asshole all around. So I'm a little bit afraid that I won't enjoy reading this just because of the main character. I haven't read far into it. I'm 20 pages in, so really not far. As you can see, I haven't read much today. But yeah, hopefully I can remedy that tomorrow. But yeah, I just from like the beginning 20 pages, it's not looking good for this book. But you know, it was like a wild card. I didn't know whether I will like it or not. So yeah, we'll see. Definitely tomorrow will be like a way bigger update because obviously I don't have to work, so I can spend my morning in bed and just read, which is probably the best thing to do. But yeah, fucked up my stomach, can't work, but now I have more time to read. So yeah, great and not so great things all around here. Also, my secret project number 3 is coming tomorrow, which I'm really looking forward to. Though that will probably have to wait with reading till I have all of these books kind of figured out. But yeah, I'm really looking forward to that. And also, I pre-ordered Children of Memory. It will come in August. I don't know what is up with German Amazon that it comes at that point. But you know, I will get the book at some point and I can read it then. So yeah. That is what is up today. A really quick check-in because I want to get back into bed, lying down, and, you know, going through this, being ill, and then hopefully feeling a little bit better tomorrow. It is extremely warm. I'm still not feeling that well. I just went back to the doctor. Yeah, got my wish for my company to say that I'm ill, that I can't work, and yeah, we did some few tests. I have no idea when the stuff will come back in to know what I have, like, exactly, but who knows, you know. At some point I will probably feel better. But I wanted to give you like a reading update for like the first half of the day. So I continued with The Hero of Ages. I am now 80 pages in. I read the first 8 chapters and yeah, I'm so into it. You know, coming back to this world is like, it really makes me happy. Like, I missed the characters. I'm really realizing that now, how much I missed these characters, especially since I read some not so great fantasies in the last little while since I read part 2. So yeah, it's like a real homecoming. I'm loving it. I have to say, I am really loving it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing this one, but yeah, I'm doing small bits because, you know, it's just a massive book. It's 750 pages and I'm just 80 pages in, but I'm loving it and that all that counts. So yeah, that one is going great. And this one is actually going better than I thought. The Hippopotamus by Stephen Fry. I think I talked to you yesterday about how the main character, like this really asshole type character who, you know, he has like a really not so nice personality. And he still has that personality, but you know, we're getting context now. He gets hired pretty much after losing his job. He gets hired by I don't really know. I think it's a cousin of his. And she's like, yeah, the house I grew up in and where you visit once and again, she thinks there's miracles happening there. And he's a writer, so he's good at observing things and shows. So she's like, I will give you money if you go to the house and observe. And just tell me what happens and what you think. And he takes her up in that. And so now we get the story told in letters he sends her as like, this is what I have seen this day. And you know, even though the personality is still there, now that we get more background and like really, you know, conversations with people of his past and stuff, I don't know, I kind of start to like it, which is really weird to think about, to be honest, because I despise characters like this normally. But it kind of like, having better context like really gives it like a more like solid foundation for the character. And yeah, I'm beginning to like it. I won't say that I love it because I'm not there yet, but yeah, I'm beginning to like it. I read 80 pages of this one as well. And so yeah, he's observing some facts about his nephew, which he used to get into the house because he isn't that popular there because of his behavior in the past. And so yeah, he hangs around with his nephew and the mother of his nephew. His nephew is kind of like a really like, kind of like a weird boy, but not really, but weird for the time, because this also, I think, it's not like modern because they don't have cell phones at this time, as far as I can see. So yeah, it's some kind of past. But yeah, it starts to get interesting. I am really interested to see where this goes. So yeah, better than the first few pages made it seem. So yeah, I'm really interested to see where this is going. So I will continue with these two probably tomorrow morning, because the other thing I want to do is finish The Throne of Fire today, because I did listen to quite a bit yesterday, because that was the easiest thing to do for me. So I only have like, I don't know, maybe 100 pages left, if at all. Let me see. Yeah, I have 110 pages left of this one, so like maybe an hour of listening. So I will finish this one today, and then I will definitely check in with you to give you like my final verdict on this one. But I like it. I have the big problem, but I know it is supposed to be in here. I have the big problem with like how love is such a big part of this, and I'm I mean, it makes sense. It's for teenagers, so I get it. But I personally would have wished that it would more be the focus on friendship more than love, to be honest. So yeah, but that is a really personal opinion, and a really like personal viewpoint. So I don't think it's fair to deduct too much because I really like the story. But yeah, it grates on me. It gets on my nerve. I really don't enjoy it, especially between children. I don't know. I think from like my perspective now, being like nearly 30, it reads kind of weird to me. I would love more friendship aspect. But then again, it's for teenagers, so it makes sense that it's in there. But yeah, it was bothering me a little bit. But the adventure is great. I like the story. So yeah, I will continue with that, and then I will check in with you once I finish with the audiobook today. And yeah, we'll see what rating I will give it in the end. It is, I don't know, some point in the afternoon right now. But I did want to give you a reading update because I finished A Throne of Fire. Is it? Yeah. I finished this one and then I got a package. But yeah, let's talk about this one first. I really liked it. I like the story. I just like the whole mythology and stuff. You know, it's a mythology I really enjoy. And so yeah, I also really enjoyed the book about it. And I'm annoying the dog, as you can see. But yeah, I still stand my ground on the point about love and friendship, especially thinking that Sadie, one of our main characters, is 13. We could have done that with friendship, but yeah, other than that, I really like the ending. I'm looking forward to book 3, so interested to see what that will be, but yeah, let me let the dog out. Yeah, but that is that. I don't know if I mentioned it, I gave it 4 stars, just the same as the first one, I think. But yeah, because of the whole like friendship, love, interest thing, I just couldn't give it more stars, to be honest. But yeah, other than that, really loved the series. And yeah, then I got a package, and that is Secret Project number 3, finally arrived. With it comes this really pretty bookmark, a sticker, and then we have Shalon as a pin, which I was incredibly happy about. I think she's really cute. So yeah, have to put her away. And then it is so pretty. Look at this. It's called Yumi and the Nightmare Painter, and the illustrations are by Elia Chen, or Elia Chen. I don't know how you pronounce the name. It is so pretty, you know. I have no idea what it's about. The back says, "A person is more than their experiences, stacked up like stones. Our best moments are the foundations we use to reach for the sky." And yeah, we have like end pages with some bumpers, and I really love the illustration. I thumbed through as it arrived, and I love that all of the illustrations are so different from the Secret Project books. So yeah, in here we have illustrations like these, for example, which they look so good. So yeah, cannot wait to start this one, but I have other books on my TBR I need to read first, but it is so pretty. Look at it. Is it not focused on this one? Yeah, it looks great. I'm really happy about it. And I think they are pretty much all the same size, the books. So yeah, looking forward to reading this. Otherwise, I haven't read anything else today. Well, except for the physical reading, but I did the lab date this morning. Yeah, I don't know if I will read anything else today, to be honest. I might just chill for the rest of the day, take it slow. And yeah, I will definitely have a reading update for you tomorrow. And we'll see how much I get to read tomorrow morning. But yeah, I'm looking forward to continuing the books. The reading is going really, really great at the moment, which is really nice. And yeah, I will see you. Let's have a little talk about my reading. It is Thursday afternoon, evening, like, I don't know, roughly 5 o'clock, I think. Ooh, I don't even know where to start. Let's start with The Hero of Ages. I didn't read that much more. I'm at 110 now. But yeah, I'm loving it. It is so interesting, you know, just like how, I don't know, I love seeing all of the characters again and reading their stories and what they're up to and, you know, all of that. And it makes me really happy. And to be honest, I'm not like running through this because I like to enjoy it and like, you know, slow it down a little and really just enjoy every page of it. So yeah, it will take me some time to get through it, but I'm loving every second of it, to be honest. But the main reason I didn't continue more with that, except for wanting to savor every minute of it, is that I've kind of stuck on reading this book, The Hippopotamus. I'm at page 210 now. My god, is this book a woozy. It is, I'm sorry, I have to burp a lot. It's because of my illness, but yeah. Hopefully I can cut those out, but we'll see how it goes. But yeah, it is, I don't know what to say about this book. It keeps my interest. Like, you know, I want to keep reading, but it's so disturbing at times, and I don't know why. So yeah, it's mainly still letters between our main character, Ted, and then his but you know, I think yesterday I told you he was the uncle, but he's actually the godfather of Jane, who he's talking to in the letters, and then Davy, the child he pretty much visits while being at the house. So yeah, godfather, not like actual uncle. This book is so absurd. There's one scene in here that is so disgusting, and you keep reading even though it's so disgusting. It has something to do with the horse and the boy Davy, and it is disgusting. You can think about that. Because I can't talk about it on YouTube. That is not allowed here, and I don't want to talk about it. But yeah, you keep reading because for some reason this book just keeps, I don't know, it just draws me in, even though I hate quite a few of the scenes, because this book, you know what, I'm a really open person. I can talk about a lot of things, you know. I don't have a problem with talking about stuff like sexual stuff. I'm not a prude person. Absolutely not. This book just takes talking about sex to like such a high level that it makes me so uncomfortable, especially thinking about there being children around. I mean, the boy is 15, so he is a child still, and he can hear well, let's just say spoiler. I don't know if you want to read the book, but you know, spoiler here. Our boy Davy seems to be able to hear when he finishes in someone. And I don't know if that is correct, but that is what is implied in the scene. And yeah, it's making me uncomfortable because he's 15 and all of the people talk about wanting to do it with him. What the fuck? They're all adults. It's so weird. And still, you want to keep reading. I don't know why, but it's still really interesting, you know? It's so over the top. The main character, he has his moments where I'm like, yeah. And then the rest of the time, he's just an asshole. But, like, the whole story is so out there and weird, and still I love it, kind of. Which is really confusing, to be honest. So, yeah, I'm really interested to see how the story will continue. I have, like, 150 pages left, I think. So, yeah, I will finish this tomorrow, definitely. Because I cannot continue with The Hero of Ages till I know what is up with this book. But yeah, is this nothing like I would have thought. And on the other hand, it makes me think that maybe I just never found the contemporary books that I would enjoy, because this one obviously doesn't have like any kind of like fantasy sci-fi aspect. It's just a simple contemporary book, and I struggle so much with those normally, but I really loved this one. Even though it has so many flaws that it probably won't get the best rating, but I still love reading it. So yeah, I think there's a chance for me that just normal contemporary books might be on the table. I just have to find out which ones exactly. But yeah, I'm having hope for myself that I find some books in a genre that I didn't used to enjoy and that I might actually enjoy. I kind of love it and I kind of hate it at the same time, and it's so weird. But yeah, that is the reading for today. I also started a new audiobook. I started a new Agatha Christie Poirot story, although he hasn't come up yet. Yeah, I'm gonna put the title here because I already forgot it again, but it's like a really average Agatha Christie for me, so nothing surprising there. But yeah, that's the update. I'm not feeling the greatest today, still, which is annoying, but you know, I will get there. And yeah, I don't really have anything else to tell you because obviously I can't do anything. I just can like sit around, try to relax and not strain myself too much. So yeah, there really isn't anything to talk about other than my reading, which is going exceptionally good, which is really nice to be honest. And hi, it's Friday afternoon. I'm still not feeling better, so we're still doing short-ish checkups. Whilst I feel like I'm halfway able to sit here and do stuff. I finished The Hippopotamus by Stephen Fry. This book, you know, it is a mood, I think is what describes it best. I gave it 4 stars. I really liked it in the end. I think the ending is brilliant. I think once you find out what like the real topic of the book is, you're like, wow. Kind of like an extreme way to showcase it, but it works. And yeah, kind of, even though the main character is a drunken asshole, you kind of feel for him at some points in the story, you know? And yeah, there was one history part in there that I first didn't realize was a history part about the connection, our main character and the father of the little boy, who is like kind of, you know, the main topic there, have together, and like what kind of connection they have and what troubles they had when they were younger together and stuff like that, you know? So yeah, I think this book is actually brilliant, but you have to be able to deal with all of the extremely over-the-top sexual stuff. You have to be able to deal with that to enjoy the book, because I mean, I didn't enjoy those passages, but in the end it is an extreme way to do the story, but it works in the story. It's just still not nice to read about, to be honest, because these aren't like nice things to read about. Yeah, there maybe should be a trigger warning about like sexual abuse in here, but you know, I mean, the book is old, so what the hell, but yeah, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. I think I will need to try more of Stephen Fry's novels, because the humor kind of really worked for me, like overall of the story. So yeah, finished that one. That should be, I don't know, the 8th book, or the 9th book I read this month, which I don't know what day it is today, but yeah, that is kind of good. And yeah, I haven't read anything else, so I don't have any other updates. I haven't even like, well, I continued to listen a little bit to the audiobook. The thing is, I'm really not sure if I haven't listened to that already, or if Agatha Christie just wrote 2 books that were really, really similar. Because the library didn't, well, told me I hadn't lent that yet, so I'm pretty sure I haven't listened to it yet, but it is so familiar. And it's pretty much like, you know, an old and sick person dying and nobody really like making the connection that there could be something up there. And then one of like the family members at the gathering for like the funeral is like, yeah, well, I mean, he was murdered. And then everybody else is like, what the fuck are you talking about? And so then the person who told them that he was murdered gets murdered as well. And yeah, at that point, Pierrot comes into the story. I don't particularly love the book, to be honest. I think it's really like plump and the people are kind of dumb and it's kind of weird, to be honest. Yeah, I don't know. And also, I feel like I've already read it, which doesn't help the book, to be honest. It's like a typical, okay, who in the family has the biggest motive, who needs the money, you know, one of those books. So yeah, I will finish it, but I'm not impressed. So yeah. So it is Saturday late evening already. It's just, it's too warm, I can't function. Yeah, so it is 35 degrees in Germany today and I just cannot function with that heat, so I didn't really get to do an update until now. I just kind of like try to do nothing while in my head thinking like I have so much to do and I just cannot get up. I have a lot of problems with my what's the word in English? But I have a lot of problems with like feeling dizzy when I get up and it's so warm outside. I don't think it's like a medical problem per se, but yeah. So I have to be really slow on really, really warm days. So yeah, but I did want to end the vlog and I did want to give you one last reading update before I end the vlog. Yeah, so I finished the audiobook. After the Funeral, it's called. I finally remembered the name. I think it was just really generic. I looked it up. I haven't read it. I didn't read it before, so it was the first time reading it. But I'm so sure that I read another Agatha Christie book that is so incredibly similar. I just don't know which one it is, so maybe if you know which one I maybe could mean, leave it down in the comments below. But yeah, so I gave it 3 stars. It wasn't bad, it wasn't great either. It was really kind of, well, not particularly obvious, but it just wasn't a surprise at the ending. And yeah, I don't know, I generally like the Pierrot books more, where he doesn't have like sidekick guy, which was the case in this one, which is why I definitely gave it 3 stars, because Pierrot isn't an asshole when the other guy isn't there, but if the other guy is there, he's just really an asshole to the guy, so I don't know. I don't like when they're both in the same book, and I also forgot his name, but yeah. So, 3 stars. I haven't read anything physical today. I just couldn't with the heat, to be honest. So yeah, no updates there. But I did already choose a new audiobook, and that is this one. It's called The Organized Mind by Daniel Levitin, and I am pretty sure that I got this far through and then kind of like stopped reading. I got this while in university and yeah, there just wasn't the time to read it. And yeah, I found it as an audiobook, so I wanted to give it a new try, because this book is pretty much about managing informations, like structuring your day, making sure you don't forget stuff, because we all know like the situations if you're like, you come in and you put your keys somewhere and then you want to go out 2 hours later and you can't find your keys, just because there's so much information overload these days. And I have a feeling like, I kind of feel like at the moment I'm losing control about my life. Not in like a dramatic way, just in like a way of I cannot keep everything organized. I have such a hard time doing like social media, my job, my hobbies, and you know, whilst doing that, like keeping my home clean and, you know, keeping contact with friends and stuff. It's just too much for me at the moment, and I feel like it's an organizational problem and not as much a time problem per se. So yeah, I'm hopeful that maybe I can learn some techniques out of that book that might be able to help me. I started doing like to-do lists, but then I became ill and yeah, I didn't do them. So hopefully I will start with them Monday again, if I will go back to work on Monday. Because let's just be honest, I'm not feeling that great still. But yeah, so we'll see how that goes. I will definitely try to do that. I am thinking about getting like a planner so I can like write things in there. I have a hard time doing that, but on the other hand, I have a hard time remembering stuff. So yeah, I'm just trying to, I don't know, organize my life a little bit. And so yeah, to do that, I feel like that book might be helpful. So I will listen to that now. And yeah, that is pretty much the end of the vlog. I know it's been like kind of a weird vlog because of me being ill, and yeah, I'm pretty sure it will be long nonetheless because I'm not capable of doing short vlogs. But yeah, I hope you still enjoyed the video. I hope your week went a little bit better than mine, health-wise. Reading-wise, I had a really good week, so no problems with that. And yeah, thank you for watching. Maybe leave a like, subscribe. That would actually really mean a lot. And hopefully I will see you in the next video. Bye!